And of course, China-EU economic ties are a cornerstone of the global economy. Let's bring in Qiang, Assistant Director and Fellow at the International Monetary Institute of the Renmin University of China, for more on this very critical relationship. Qiang, a pleasure as always. So first of all, a statement after the joint meeting said that healthy and stable relations between both sides are crucial for global development and prosperity. How significant do you think is this message from this dialogue, given the backdrop of the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict, as well as, of course, the huge uncertainties that we still see in the global economy?
Well, we have to understand that China and the EU cooperation, or both market, are very important and complementary to each other. China is right now one of the top 3 trade partners of EU, and as well as EU to China is #2 market for Chinese export. And basically, in the past 2 decades, China and EU have a very good relations in the trade and economic cooperation, political consensus, and this good relation help both of the region has maintained a very good efficiency in their products and services, as well as the political stabilities. But right now, we all know that the backdrop is we're having lots of uncertainties. We have the pandemic, we have the geopolitical uncertainties. So with all these uncertainties, what should we do? What we should do is not create more uncertainty, but to reduce uncertainties. So if we cannot control something we cannot control, we can control ourselves. For example, we can stabilize China-EU cooperation, expand our foot standing, expand what we already have. EU right now is at the front door of the conflict. They've been suffering from the impact and the consequences. China, even though it's far away from this battlefield, but still China have lots of import raw materials from the Ukraine and Russian region, and also we have a large market in the EU region. So I think the cooperation between China and the EU means a lot to both of the nations as well as to the rest of the world. So if China and the EU right now can cooperate even further and deeper, I think it's a good message to all people and all the regions all over the world. We're reducing the uncertainty for the whole world.
Well, as it stands now, China-EU relations have further room for improvement. But despite that, both sides were able to reach a series of outcomes and consensus on a wide range of issues, like we were just reporting when it comes to, for example, WTO reforms, when it comes to wider market access, supply chain challenges, tackling that together. So how is China and the EU able to focus more on win-win and manage their differences rather than magnify them? So really reducing the uncertainties in the global economy that we see right now that you mentioned.
Yeah, China and EU actually are very complementary in the economic and the financial structure with each other. Right now, I think the wrongdoing is to create a war, create a barrier between the 2 regions, implementing the productive factors of flowing in between. But instead, we need to take down the wall and allow all the factors to flow freely among the 2 regions, so we can be both more effective and create more profit and a better living standard for both our people. For example, right now, we all know that in the EU, many big companies have their products made in China. And with China, we have a very good fleet of engineers, good efficiency, lower cost. And this can actually help the European Union countries to lower their cost and then ease the pressure on the inflation. Right now, EU are experiencing averagely about 9% of the inflation. What they don't need right now is a higher price. But if you move them to another place to produce the product, you're going to have more cost. You're going to have higher price. But if you expand your exposure in China, and it help you bring down the cost, as well as China. In China, we have many producers, they have the financing demand. And in EU, you have the financial resources and a very low cost of the fund. So if you can get access to the financial market in the EU, it can help both of our market and help both investors in the EU and the producers in China to lower their cost and create more profit. Then that can be translated into more tax for both of the governments and also better living standard for both of our consumers. So I think this have a really bright future.
Yeah, and also, Qiang, when looking at this statement, the positive language for the global economy, one other thing that we picked up, both sides agreeing to actively improve trade and investment liberalization. So maybe expand for us, how will stronger China-EU economic ties help in stabilizing the global economy? Because it's not just about right now, it's about these 2 sides setting up the foundation to make sure we see a resilient global economy going forward, I feel.
Exactly. Supply chain and a very healthy free trade protocol, is that something we're still after? Right now, we have been seeing a lot of things that people are trying to go back in the globalization and achievement they have already made. China as one of the biggest economy in the whole world and the number one manufacturer of the whole world, and the EU as one of the top market in the whole world. If both of us can make an example to the world to tell people, look, we're going to maintain the order. We want a free trade. We want to lower the cost and increase the well-being for both of our people, and the whole world will see. And a lot of products are being designed in Europe and made in China, and then shipped back to Europe and use Europe as a springboard to ship to the further market in North America, Latin America, Africa, and anywhere you name them. And this, if this supply chain can be stable, and if this trade channel can be duty free, can be with a very low tariff barrier, and then the whole world will benefit from this trade relation. And this efficiency can help, and certainty can help the whole world going out of the uncertainties we've been encountering right now, and it can really help the people. What we do need right now is lower the cost and increase more safety, reduce uncertainty, but not increase one.
Yeah, we definitely need more clarity on the global economy going forward. Qiang, many thanks for your insights and perspectives on this. Do stay with us. We're going to come back to you in just a short moment.